Good afternoon all and welcome back to DAS TV. Remember to like, comment and share this video. Huge win last night for Liverpool into the last 16, the Champions League first leg. We had a lot of work to do, we know, to get into the quarterfinals of Champions League, but it was another win at San Siro in this season. Obviously we won there 2-1 in December, which was a dead rubber game. We were the first English side to get 6 wins out of 6 in the group stages of Champions League. And last night we went there and scored another 2, but even better, we didn't concede. And I know Jurgen Klopp has come out and said it is only half time, but you'd fancy Liverpool's chances now, wouldn't you, to get to the last day? If you're 2-0 down, the last place you want to be going to get a result or to come back. And obviously Milan now need to win at least 2-0 to bring the game to extra time. It's to Anfield, really. You don't want to be going to Anfield when you're 2-0 down, and that's the task in hand for Inter Milan, who, by the way, they played well enough in the night. You know, they're an experienced side, probably the best team, I would say, in Serie A in Italy at the moment. I know they're trailing AC, I think it's by a point in the league, but they're better than what the table suggests, and they've also a game in hand over AC Milan. And we know AC Milan, from our experience of playing them this season, are also a good side who we narrowly beat 3-2 and 2-1. But it's our second win this season at the San Siro, and it's unbelievable. And I think last night we didn't have to be brilliant. I don't think there's enough being made out of last night's result. I know a lot of the media and pundits are saying that we weren't great last night, but we didn't have to be. Last night we were very patient, we were very resilient, and in the end we got the result that was needed. And I would even say we got a better result last night than what was needed, because 2-0, you know, it's flattering. It's a brilliant result. It is. To get that in the first leg, going back to Anfield with 2-0 result is unbelievable. Alan C throws in a comment there, great result, respect to Inter for playing a great attacking game. It wasn't that we played bad, and we didn't, Alan. It was a great performance from them that we withstood and won the game as we never give up. That's true, Alan. That's unbelievable. That's exactly what I've been saying to everybody today. We didn't give up. We were very patient, very resilient, and it was almost like we tired them out. Then we brought on Henderson, we brought on Keita, we brought on Luis Diaz, we brought on Bobby, and we know Bobby comes on for Jota, who probably the only negative of the night, and Jurgen Klopp said it was its ankle, a bit of an ankle injury. Hopefully it's not too bad. It could be ligaments, but we're hoping it's not going to be too bad, and he does come back for the cup final against Chelsea in a week and a half's time. I think it's 10 days from today, the last Sunday of February. But Bobby comes on, takes his goal brilliantly, that header, the corner whip in from Robertson. Bobby gets his header to it, and then obviously Salah gets the second, and it's another goal, Mo Salah in Europe, another goal. I think it's goal number 24 for Mo Salah this season. Unbelievable. We're only into February still, you know, good end of the latter stage of this season to go, and Mo is just, he's off the charts, isn't he, this season? Unbelievable. Best player in world football at the moment. But, you know, Bobby gets his goal. I think it might be his 7th or 8th goal this season or something like that. But he come on, gets that all-important goal, and then we just wear Inter Milan out, because before, just as the lads come on, before Bobby gets the goal, you could see Inter were getting tired. They gave it everything, but it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough for them to score. Now they hit the bar in the game, but they'd no shots on target. You know, we had 2 shots on target, and it was the 2 decisive goals that we got. We'd more possession than Inter. We created more than Inter. We'd more shots on goal than Inter, and obviously on target with the 2. And we won the game. And I think, look, we deserve to win the game. I think on another night, Inter probably do get a goal. We could even get more on the night. But what I think from last night was that Inter Milan showed they're a better team than what they were made out to be, and they did go toe-to-toe with us for most of that game, you know. But I think in midfield last night we were losing control of the game a little bit with Fabinho, Thiago and Elliott in there. And I think Henderson coming on, Naby Keita coming on, changed things around. Luis Diaz, Bobby, you know, just added a bit more urgency, intensity, with a bit more energy, a little bit more of a spark to us. And in the end, look, we won 2-0. It was a great result all round, and it's all well, ends well for Liverpool. It's 6 wins in a row for Liverpool. And as I said, Anfield's not a place to be going to when you're 2-0 down. So I would definitely predict, you know, whatever team we're going to play in the second leg, obviously we'll still go strong, but I think it's a game that we can't afford to rotate in. I think we're going to the last stage. There's no doubt about it. You can see Inter Milan team, full of experience. I thought Perisic was a handful on the night. Vidal, I thought, probably not his best game, but you can see his experience there in the midfield, particularly in that first half. And then the Martinez, Dzeko up front, a lot of experience, a lot of goals there, and lads that can do it in the big game. But Konate and Virgil van Dijk for me were epic together. They were just awesome, the two of them. You know, the number 4, number 5 centre back, unbelievable. You know, Konate is a young lad still. He's his fourth season in the Premier League, and he's not getting a lot of game time. I mean, another season, you normally get injuries to Gomez, to Matip. This season, Gomez has had a few injuries. Matip has managed to stay fit all this length, which is unbelievable. And Matip, who's been world class next to Virgil van Dijk this season, and we're in for competition still going into the end of February because of those lads. They've been pivotal to it, and Konate and Virgil last night were just awesome. I thought, unbelievable, very compact, very composed, very patient last night. And without them two, we probably would have conceded. We probably would have been a goal or 2 goals down at half time only for them. But they were so good last night, so strong and so dominant. And you see then Matip on the sideline gives Hendo the little slap. It was one of the highlights of the night. A game where you go to San Siro, you get a huge win, and the Matip slap on Hendo was one of the highlights, and Hendo gives him that stare. Great though, but good laugh as well. But great to see that we can laugh after leaving San Siro after winning 2-0. Marshall Ayew, big up Das, big up Marshall. I hope all is well, bro. I am happy we won last night, even though we weren't at our best. I think Marshall's trying to say there, Konate man the match. Yeah, just saying there, Marshall, Konate was unbelievable. He was world class last night with Virgil van Dijk. As I said, he's come in this season. We know that we were looking badly to sign him as a centre back. Kabak goes, Ben Davies goes out on loan, and he hasn't played a lot of football, Konate, this season. But he's like a lad that just plays week in, week out. Anytime he comes into a game, he's so aggressive, so hungry, so strong. And last night he was, it epitomised him in his time so far at Liverpool, how good he was. Comes into a game of that importance, and it's just brushed it off so easily. He was so cool at the back with Virgil van Dijk, and the two of them were awesome last night. As I said, the number 4, number 5 a centre back last night were brilliant, and it just shows the strength and depth that we had last night. Because you look at the bench, it's the strongest probably in my lifetime of supporting Liverpool, probably in Jurgen Klopp's lifetime as being a Liverpool manager. The bench last night, the strength and depth we had was unbelievable. And as I said, the only one negative to take away last night, and Jurgen Klopp said it himself last night after the game on BT, was Jota's injury. Hopefully it's only a slight knock. I haven't heard much more of an update on it. I take it that it's going to be. We need him back for the final. Whether he starts or not, he's an unbelievable option to have, isn't he, Jota? And I think if he's fit, he starts, because you can't drop Jota. His goals he's got this season, his contribution, his all-round play, unbelievable this season. And of course the song that we have from that we all love to sing, not only when he scores but when he plays. Marshall throws in another comment there, he's a beast. That's referring to Konate. Yeah, he's unbelievable, world class last night. And you could see, Marshall, when we changed things up last night, we brought on a couple of lads. We made 4 subs last night. I know Milner comes on at the very end, and that's what I think about James Milner. He's the type of player you bring on when you're winning the game, or you're looking to see a game out, and just that experience, that composure, that fresh legs. He comes onto a game, and it's great. I just love seeing Milner coming on those games. You've seen this season when we've relied on him starting games and getting through 90 minutes. He can't quite do it just because of the amount of game time he was playing consistently. And, I know he's going to be offered a new contract, which I think is unbelievable to have his presence around, his experience, his aura. He's a real role model, isn't he, to a lot of these lads, like to Harvey Elliott, to even Thiago. You have to look at Milner's more experience than Ola and Thiago, to Henderson, to Fabinho, to Naby Keita, in there to young Curtis Jones as well. So he's going to be an unbelievable presence and experience to those lads. But last night, it was an unbelievable win. I did predict we were going to win the game. I probably would have thought we were going to concede, but we're getting into a habit now where we're not conceding goals, which is great. At the start of this season, just before Christmas, we were scoring goals for fun, but we were also conceding a lot of goals, and that habit is gone now, where we're scoring goals and not conceding, and conceding very little goals when we do. So it's a great habit. It's a great time for Liverpool now to have everybody back fit and forward, and it's great to have the strength and depth that we have at this stage of the season. We've 2 games now coming up that are usually important games as well. Home to Norwich, home to Leeds on Wednesday night. and then we play obviously the Youth Cup final at Wembley against Chelsea, which will finish off the month. It'd be unbelievable to finish off this month now with 1 foot in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, to also win the next 2 league games against Norwich and Leeds, keep on the pressure on City, keep on the toes of City, and finish off the month winning silverware. I think that would be an unbelievable and a perfect month for us going into the last 2.5 months of the season, where we've a lot of games in March, April, and then it's only half of May then where the season's over, and hopefully we'll be in an FA Cup final and a Champions League final, or one or the other come that stage in May. This is undoubtedly the best period being an LFC fan. I'm just happy being alive, witnessing this unbelievable side. I say this all the time, Marshall. I'm on WhatsApp groups, I'm talking to lads through Instagram, wherever else, other Liverpool fans, and I'm always reiterating that it's an unbelievable time to be alive. It's always a great time to be alive, by the way, but this particular stage and this period in Liverpool, where how dominant we are, we're doing everything perfect when it comes to transfers, off the pitch, financially, how well we're doing, and obviously the team and the world-class players that we have throughout this whole Liverpool squad. It is an unbelievable time to be alive, and it's unbelievable what we're witnessing. I'm supporting Liverpool now since the mid-90s when I was a lot younger, and this is the best time. We're spoiled the last few years, and we are. It's only a matter of time before I feel we win another league title, we win another Champions League, and we will win a domestic cup soon under Jurgen Klopp. I know he hasn't taken it the most serious in the last few years, but we're in a League Cup final. No doubt, I think we get past Norwich in the 5th round of the FA Cup and get into the quarterfinals of that, and we'd be one of the favourites then, of course, to win it. We already are to win the FA Cup. I don't believe we're going to win all 4 competitions that we're in this season. I would love to win 1, 2 of them. I think it'd be fantastic. Or 3. Look, 3 is definitely possible. I'm not sure about us winning 4. I am an optimistic and positive Liverpool fan, but the longer we're in them, the more of a chance we have. Look, the big 2 we want to win, obviously, is the League and Champions League. And I think now we all are starved and want that League Cup now. The fact that it's Chelsea, one of our rivals, in the final, the fact that we haven't won that under Jurgen Klopp. We've already been to a final in Jurgen Klopp's first few months in 2015. He comes in 2016, in February 2016, where we lose to City. Narrowly lost as well to them on the day. So we do want the League Cup, because the League Cup tradition we've done great in, so we want that League Cup, and to add a 9th to be the team that has won the most successful League Cups as well. So it's we're on course, and I'm really looking forward to how the next 10 days go, because the 2 big games against Norwich, Leeds, and then the cup final against Chelsea. Michael Baldwin, big shout out, Michael. I hope all is well, pal. I thought we was going to hammer them. They played really well. Yeah, and we did hammer them, Michael. It's over 2 legs. I would have taken a 1-0 last night, I'm going to be honest with you. Going there, keeping a clean sheet, scoring, getting out unscathed, and bringing them to Anfield. I mean, name me a top European side that we haven't beaten in Europe, and particularly over 2 legs. We've beaten some teams in the last 30 years, in the last 20 odd years of being the Champions League. We've beaten some teams, but even under Jurgen Klopp in the Champions League and the Europa League time in the early days when being here, we've beaten some unbelievable teams. So I would take it, going to Anfield. The target last night was go out and beat Inter, beat them at all costs, wherever it takes, just win. Go to Anfield knowing that you don't have to win, or you can lose, but you could lose 1-0, let's say. So we can go into the second leg against Inter Milan and lose 1-0. We're still going to the quarterfinals. That's not going to happen. I believe we beat them at Anfield. We play better, and the thing is that Inter Milan are going to have to come out and play against us, and that always suits Liverpool. They're going to have to come out and score, and that will suit us. Last night they did come out and do that, but you have to remember they have a lot of experience, a lot of winners in this team. Perisic, Vidal, Brozovic, Martinez, Dzeko, De Vrij, even that centre back. They've a lot of experience in this team. They won the league last season under Conte. Conte would have implemented a lot into them mentally as well. So these are the good Inter Milan side. They're the best side in Serie A. So for us to go last night out there and not play all as great as we know we can, Inter Milan hadn't had a shot on target, and to beat them 2-0, I think is an unbelievable result. And you're right, Mick. I probably like us all probably expected it would have been more, but 2-0, as I said, I would have taken 1-0. 2-0 is an unbelievable result, and it sets, I think we've a foot and a half now in the quarterfinals, no doubt about it, but it is all still to play for, because we don't play them now until the 8th of March, so we've a lot of games between now and then, before that second leg comes up. Man like Shawnee throws in, big shout out man like Shawnee, I hope all is well, bro. This reminds me of the 2000-2001 season under the late Gerard Houllier. Yeah, it does, Shawnee, and I've heard a couple of people saying that. I think that season we also brought in a big signing in January, and we were in 4 competitions in January, and that, what a season that was. Won the League Cup, the FA Cup and the Europa League, well, the UEFA Cup back then, but that was a fantastic season. And this season hopefully will be something similar to that, and if not better, because imagine winning the League Cup, the FA Cup, the Champions League. As I said, Shawnee, look, as optimistic and positive as I am, I'd never back us to win all 4 competitions that we're in, because you've Man City there, you've Chelsea there, you've some unbelievable teams that we're competing with. But I would certainly love us to win, never mind 1, but 2 trophies would be unbelievable to win. And it's very reminiscent of that season, and to bring all the lads back now and to have that strength and depth that we have, going into the latter stages of February and in time for the big Carabao Cup final at Wembley, it's unbelievable, and it's a great time, because normally this stage of the season we start getting injuries. Now we're bringing players back, so what a time to bring players back, and what an end to the season it's going to be. But it's very, very exciting, and we need to soak up these times as Liverpool fans. We've waited, some of us have waited all our lives to see us win a Premier League. Some have waited, it depending on what year you were born in, to see us win a European Cup. We've done that under Jurgen Klopp. People rant and rave about how good Man City are, the money they've spent, and they still haven't won a European Cup. And going into this game, I seen in the press conference, Trent Alexander-Arnold, was obviously heaping praise on this current Liverpool team, but compared to City, the City have won a number of league titles, but they haven't won the European Cup yet, and that's something that we've won. We've won everything, and to win a League Cup or an FA Cup this season, it'd complete the package under Jurgen Klopp, wouldn't it, in terms of what we've won. Marshall, who do you want to see against Norwich? That's a good question, Marshall. I do think there's going to be changes. There will be rotation, and the same against Leeds, because I think Klopp will try and protect some of the lads that he knows are guaranteed to start in 11 place against Norwich or against Chelsea in the final. Jurgen Klopp always talks about rhythm and fluidity, and that, what he means by rhythm is Liverpool playing game after game and having those games. Jurgen Klopp, we know, doesn't like to have a week and a half or 2 weeks off, because he loves that rhythm, and this Liverpool team thrive on that intensity of game week in, week out. I think we'll see a couple of changes made from last night going into Norwich. I think there could be an argument that Matip comes in, plays centre back with Konate, and we give Virg a rest, because we know Konate hasn't played a lot of football. Tsimikas come in for Robbo, Milner could come in and start, Origi could come in and start. I do expect changes, because we have a big game obviously Saturday against Norwich, which it is. It's a must-win game if we want to keep the race for the title going. And against Leeds, it's obviously a big game as well. Look, Norwich, I think Watford and Burnley, the three of those are going to get down, I think, this season, because I think Newcastle will buoy themselves up and now have a bit of momentum, confidence and belief there with the takeover and with the few players they brought in January, and they're on a good run of form now, let's be honest. That was a huge win for them against Villa. I just think the other 3 teams that's behind them are a bit weaker, but Norwich, after bringing in Dean Smith, will certainly, whatever about them going down, they'll want to go as far as they can, the FA Cup, but they won't want to finish rooted bottom of the table. If they can bring it to the last couple of games of the season, still have a chance of saying up, I think that'll be, believe it or not, a successful season for Norwich, because at one stage they were gone. Even before, when Daniel Farke was there, just before he got sacked, they were gone. They were out of this Premier League. There's no hope back for them. So Dean Smith has done some positives with them. So Norwich will come to Anfield with no fear. There's nothing expected out of them, and that might suit them. They'll come to Anfield. Liverpool are on a bit of a high. They know we have a lot of big games coming up. They'll try and be physical, try and frustrate us, try and keep the crowd as quiet as possible, and not give the crowd enough to back Liverpool. So try and not give Liverpool enough chances. But I think overall we'll have too much for Norwich. I really do. With that belief, with that confidence, with that momentum now, and we just have that spark about us now. No matter who comes into this Liverpool team, they're all fighting. The competition is healthy. I think we'll see Luis Diaz starting as well, by the way, on Saturday, and he'll probably bag his first goal. He's hit the ground running since he's come in. He's done everything but got that first goal that you can see he's craving for. So I think there will be a couple of changes, and the same against Leeds. And then I think we know Kelleher's going to play in the League Cup final. We could even see Tsimikas. We could see some of these players that played in the League Cup and got us this far starting against Chelsea on Sunday. But I want to see us probably going the strongest team we can, because this is a huge chance to win a cup. But we know Klopp is all about loyalty. He said that Kelleher's going to start. We know he's going to play in the final over Alisson. So Alisson will probably play the next 2 games and then be rested then obviously for the League Cup final against Chelsea. But will Klopp give the likes of Tsimikas, who are brilliant in the League Cup, for us, Minamino, Oxlade-Chamberlain, a start in the final? That'll remain to be seen. And hopefully we still have the options available going into that cup final as what we have at the moment, that we don't pick up any more injuries with Norwich and Leeds coming up. So let me know who you think's going to start, Marshall, who you'd like as your starting 11 against Norwich on Saturday. Champions League and another trophy would be great. It would be, Marshall, absolutely, bro. I would love to see us win 2 trophies. At the start of the season, I was asked, we'd only signed 1 player, what would be a good season for Liverpool? What, as a Liverpool fan, are my aims and targets ahead for us? And I said, compete for the league, bring the title race as far as we did the season before last. Obviously, we won it, and the season before that, we got 97 points. Give a mount a serious title challenge and win something. I'd be delighted, and also go forward in the quarterfinals, which we did last season, where we were knocked out against Real Madrid. Go forward in that in the Champions League, compete in the Champions League, compete in the league, and win something. And I would have been delighted. It turns out now that probably we could even do better than that. So that would say that's gone on my expectations of what I set out that I would have thought we were going to do at the start of the season. So let's wait and see. But if we win 2 trophies, it'd be unbelievable. And even to win 1, I think it'd be great, because I do think we'll bring this title race all the way to the end. I do think we could seriously have a great chance of winning the Champions League, FA Cup and League Cup. But let's wait and see what happens. We don't want to get too ahead of ourselves. There's still a lot of football to be played, a long way to go. And we know how things can change quickly in football, and it is a funny old game. But hopefully for their sake, things do go the way they're looking to go, and that's going to be a successful season for us. Man like Shawnee, is there an argument that Kelleher should start in one of the next 2 games in preparation for the final? Yeah, that's a good shout out, Shawnee. I would like to see that personally, because I'm not so sure whether throwing him into the final against Chelsea is going to be the best thing, because the last game he's played, was it against Arsenal in the semi-finals? He might have played after that. Oh no, he played in the FA Cup against Cardiff City. I don't know. I think that would be wise. Yeah, I do. If we're going to play him in the final, which Klopp has said he will, I would like to see him play either against Norwich or Leeds. Probably more so against Leeds, because I think Leeds will be a tougher opponent than Norwich. And also, I think it's a few days before the cup final, so why not? That would give him, there's that bit of momentum and a bit of fluidity going in, having some more game time. But he's played a lot of games so far this season. He's been brilliant, Kelleher, the Irish Casillas, as we all call him. Diaz should start. Yeah, I think Diaz will start. Absolutely, Marshall. Mo gets some more goals, hopefully. Wouldn't it be unbelievable for Mo to be nearly on 30 goals before the cup final comes around against Chelsea? But no doubt about it, Mo Salah's going to get 30 odd, 40 odd possibly goals this season if he stays fit. What a player he is, Mo Salah. You're saying there Mo gets some rest. Yeah, he could get rested against one of these. He probably will get rested against Norwich. He's had a long campaign, a long season, and we've seen him going all the way in the AFCON. I think they went to 3 penalty shootouts or something in a week for Egypt. So he's had some game time under his belt. But the athlete and the mindset at Liverpool, the athletes that they are and the mindset that they have at Liverpool Football Club, a lot of the players, and particularly Mo Salah, they just want to keep playing. They want to play as much minutes, as much games as they possibly can. And it's unbelievable for us as fans to see. Because there are a lot of criticism nowadays that footballers don't do enough for the money that they get and all this, but you can't say about Liverpool. The mentality, the mindset at this football club is unbelievable, and it all goes from the background staff to Jurgen Klopp. They've all implemented this, and it's just an unbelievable squad harmony at the club, and what a place full of unbelievable, fantastic aura at the moment. And you can see the fan base as well. A lot of the fan base are very positive these days about where the club's at and where we are going to go in the near and distant future. Tsimikas, I think he's thrown in there, deserves a start. Yeah, I think Tsimikas could start one of them. Tsimikas as well, unbelievable. Like Konate, Tsimikas probably played a little bit more than Konate this season, but for the minimum game time that they've got, they've been unbelievable this season, and the lads deserve you know, so much praise because they're coming in this season. It was similar to Matip last season, and Matip, who I've said in the past, is a type of player that he'll miss 6 months of football or a couple of weeks of football, whatever, and he'll come in and be man of the match, be unbelievable. And what I'm loving this season about Matip is he's consistently available, which is new to us all. And he's just, you could nearly, an argument to say he's man of the match, and like 1 out of every 2 games he plays. He's been unbelievable this season. So for Konate to come in and be stern and strong competition for him, it's just been brilliant. And, you know, you can see, as I said, the harmony amongst the squad is it's just unbelievable. And what a place Liverpool is these days to be. What a football club we have. I hope everybody is doing well. And remember to all throw in your comments in this, who you think should start against Norwich and what your score prediction is going to be. I expect changes. Who the change is going to be, I don't know. We'll obviously know an hour before kickoff. The kickoff is at 3 o'clock at Anfield on Saturday against Norwich. But I'm going to go for Liverpool to win this one. I'm going to go for another 2-0. I fancy 2-0 again. That'd be 3 games out of 3 where we've won 2-0. Did we win 2-0 the last game? Yeah, we did. And then obviously against Inter Milan. But I think, no, sorry, we won 1-0 against Burnley and 2-0 against Inter Milan. I predicted us to win 2-0 against Burnley, but it turns out it was 1-0, but we kept a clean sheet. Beating Inter Milan last night gave us 6 wins out in a row. I think we go by 7 in a row. I think we beat Norwich 2-0. I know a lot of people probably say we put 4, 5, 6 past them. But I just think with the pressure on us now, with the big games coming up, we're going to be a bit more mature and professional, and you know, we're not going to go scattergun against Norwich. I think 2-0 will be a good performance. No more injuries, keep a clean sheet, and you know, bring on Leeds then on Wednesday night, and then obviously the big one, the cup final, the following Sunday at Wembley. But I'll take any score against Norwich once we win, and then obviously on to Leeds. Let me know in the comments who you think is going to start and what your score prediction is going to be for Norwich. I hope everybody is keeping well. I'm going to be on with a Chelsea fan. I'm hoping to get a Chelsea fan on and a Liverpool fan, a big Liverpool fan on in the build-up to the cup final in the Carabao Cup against Chelsea. I'm going to be doing a bit of content around that. I won't probably be on this weekend to give a preview or a review of the game against Norwich and same against Leeds, but I definitely will be on at some stage next week. I'll put it on this as a reminder for everybody to go over and watch. I'll be doing a couple of live videos circulating around the cup final against Chelsea. But I hope everybody is keeping well, and I hope everybody is safe and sound. And as I said, I will be back on soon doing some content around the big Carabao Cup against Chelsea. That is in 10 days time from today at Wembley. I can't wait for it. I can't wait for the next 2 games as well that are going to be on before that. What a couple of weeks it's been for Liverpool. Since the start of the year, everything has been well, and hopefully it's all well, ends well for us as well. And hope, most importantly as well, you are all keeping well. Shout out to you all. Thanks to everybody that has liked, commented and shared this video. And as I said, I will be back on soon. Take care, all.